RCAT or Red Cat Holdings might just be the ultimate underdog in the booming drone industry. That's right, guys. With defense contracts ramping up, their cutting edge tech, a recent Palantir and Paladin partnership in the military markets, this stock is one that's quite interesting. It's gained a lot of momentum. Recently sold off right here. That was a previous resistance right there. Let me zoom in a little bit. There's a previous support right here, previous resistance right there, and then previous support. And that's actually where we are right now. It's at a key level. It would maintain this level and hold this level if we're on kind of a hyper bullish outlook here for our cats. Otherwise, we might see it retest some previous levels. One of the levels down here is that previous resistance. See some consolidation through here. Previous resistance. There's support right there. And then here's some support as well and some consolidation. That's kind of a lighter spot. It's not super established. What is the more established support and resistance right here would be down at this level. But we do see a level of support right there that if it drops really below this and continues down, you can see it's bounced here, right there, bounce right there, bounce right there, and had some consolidation here. This level at $12, right around $12, would be kind of that next level that it would bounce. Now, if we see it continue up, and we'll get into it, we got the technicals, the fundamentals, the financials, and we'll look at some of the news. But when we have this resistance here, this level is not a whole lot of potential for profit. When we look at the current price to there, it's about, I guess, 5%. And then if you get up to that previous resistance, it is 15%. So it looks good. But when we look at the downside, right there is about 8%. If we get to that more bearish level, it'd be 13%. What we can see for the map out on the overall trend, right? We're starting down here, consistency. I can cut through this a little bit because this was right around the Fed announcement. So this is kind of the true trend, I would say. You could say that it's like this. That's going to sell all the way down. I think that that's a little more bearish, and that this Fed announcement actually would indicate we're more like this, okay? And in that case, if we get rid of all the drawings for a second, that would mean this moving average or selling possibly back down to here would make sense. I kind of need the drawings almost as well. So let's see if I show all the drawings. There we go. So yeah, again, down to this trend line would be this previous resistance would make sense. So somewhere in between this level, right around $12.15 could see a sell-off there. Hyper bullish is that it continues up, but does look fairly risky at the moment. We'll see how it goes. Let's take a look at their financials first before we get into the news. We know they're partnered with Palantir, among others. But let's take a look at the financials. Year over year, negative 60%. Net income, negative 128%. Net profit margin, negative 484%. 868% on the quarter. Wow. So not looking good. Can't see their cash on hand right here, but their earnings per share, you can see they missed. Revenue, they've been missing by double digits. And so the fundamentals, or sorry, the financials here, definitely not looking too good. Not a whole lot of employees. They got some time under the belt. You can see they got 1984 is when they were founded. They're pretty gosh darn ugly here on the financials, but outside of the financials, we potentially could see some growth for what could be. And you have to ask yourself, how legitimate, how big are the partnerships? Let's just take a look. We can partnership with, there seems to be something with Amazon, which we'll take a look at. Actually, is that true? Let's see. Amazon reinvested in the business RCAT. Amazon reinvested in the business RCAT into executive compensation. Marginal cost structure improved with growing revenue. RCAT's marginal cost is getting worse. It doesn't take a genius to figure out the reasons behind it or the future trajectory. RCAT got a lifeline with the current environment. But that will run out, it says, and then the stock will completely unwind. This was an article back in February 24th. That's somebody's just talking on investorshub.com there. But outside of, is that true? RCAT is actually getting investments from Amazon. I didn't see that. I saw Palantir. I didn't see Amazon, but I see Palantir. So maybe that's not, I don't think that's legit. I don't think they got a partnership with Amazon or anything like that. But correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know down below. I know a lot of you guys are up to date on RCAT. Is Palantir's deal with Red Cat a game changer? You look at the Motley Fool. Artificial intelligence over the last 2 years, could see that playing a key role. RCAT, I'm not going to say that it's a buy by any means, but it definitely has potential. And the reason I say that, let's look at the, this is a recent contract they just won with the U.S. Army for a drone contract. RCAT has been selected as the winner of the U.S. Army's short-range reconnaissance program of record. The selection follows a comprehensive evaluation of Teal's next generation SUAS, the Black Widow and Web systems, which are part of RCAT, I believe. The Army's current acquisition objective is 5,880 drones, or 5,880 systems over the next 5-year period is what they'd like to get from RCAT. So it says this achievement follows Red Cat's recent acquisition of FlightWave Aerospace and the announcement of their new system called Arachnid, NID. So they just won a major contract there with the U.S. Army. I didn't see the dollar amounts, but I believe it's on their site. We'll get into it. The Robot Report, RCAT wins U.S. Army. Who saw that contract? So that seems like one of the bigger deals that they got. And then what was this Paladin? I saw something along the lines of Paladin RCAT partnership, a catalyst for growth in military robotics. And Paladin's an AI company that's been growing pretty fast. If we look at RCAT, let's take a look at their website. Let's take a look at their legit, direct from the source, RCAT Holdings. Let's see what they say. See the news on the site. This is December 30th, so about 7 days ago, Red Cat Holdings announces warrant exercise transaction with $4.87 million in gross proceeds. Okay, so they just got $4.87 million exercise of these warrants. The proceeds will be used to support the company's ongoing operations. Okay, so they just got some money. Maybe some runway, not quite sure there how much they really need. Financials were looking iffy. Forward-looking statement for sure. They were awarded the U.S. Army Short-Range Reconnaissance Contract. See that again. A fixed-wing VTOL for extended endurance and range. We'll have to see what that looks like. In the future, Red Cat Holdings reports financial results. So we saw that. Not a whole lot of other news outside of that recent contract. You can see that Palantir, they partnered with Palantir to equip the Black Widow with autonomous visual navigation and warp speed for GPS compromised environments. So again, RCAT partnered with Palantir to utilize Palantir's tech essentially to use AI in their drones. So not necessarily, I mean, I don't know if there was, usually that means money for Palantir. I don't necessarily know that means, and that's good. That might mean they're more equipped to be a successful drone company because they have the Palantir advanced AI software that's running on board the drone that references up-to-date onboard satellite imagery to provide accurate navigation entirely independent of GPS or radio control signals. It can improve the RCAT product and how it works, but it does cost money, I believe, to work with Palantir. And maybe I'm wrong, but they don't say, it's a contract or a partnership that's going to make them. I'm not really sure on that. RCAT Holdings to report. Okay, Red Cat announces key leadership updates. So outside of that Army contract, outside of the Paladin and that partnership with Palantir, which, don't get me wrong, that's awesome, but I don't know that it improves the product, which is great. And we'll have to see the use cases. I know that there's a lot of drones that I've seen with Amazon recently. We were just talking about some aerial companies that are impacted by AI that will play a key role. But we'll just have to see. I know they got $1 million contract there, but after looking at their financials, you'd like to see a lot more, right? You'd like to see a bigger financial cushion that they can get. So outside of those things, you can see the financials again. They were negative 13 million. I didn't see any contracts really anywhere close to that. But we'll just have to keep a close eye on it. Their market cap, they're still relatively small here. You can see market cap's at $1 billion. 52-week high was up to $15, recently sold off again back down to $13. They're at a key level right now. Again, like I said, I wouldn't buy this projection that I said, this 20%. It's likely that it could happen. What could happen in the hyper bull case is it bounces somewhere in this $12 range in the longer term, or what would be a really healthy pullback would be down to here, right down to that $10 range, which we could absolutely see as well. And that would be that really the $10 or $9 to $11 range there. So guys, that's how the technicals look. We'll see if any opportunities present themselves at market open. At market open, we're trading live. If you guys would like to watch me trade live, it's that second link down below. That's Stockmate. And for those of you guys that want to learn technicals, fundamentals, the news, and learn how to invest in stocks, crypto, and options, and learn the ins and outs of the industries in AI, space, quantum, and in this case, aviation, I would encourage you, again, check out that second link down below. If you'd like to watch me trade live at market open, would love to have you there. Thank you guys again for watching. Appreciate you all. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.